Now we are discussing about the quicksort algorithm. The quicksort is also one of the sorting algorithm. It is working more effectively and efficiently than the remaining all the sorting procedures. Why it is using working effectively means it can arrange the elements from the both sides of the lists. That means it going to be sort the data from the starting of the list, that means maybe the starting of the array, and from the end of the array. The quicksort procedure can also follows the divide and conquer mechanism. We already says that the divide and conquer means the huge problem is divided into the several subproblems, and we are going to be find out the solution for each and every subproblem, and finally by integrating these solutions we are getting the solution to the main problem. Now we look into the matter what is the procedure of a quicksort. First let us consider any one of the element as a pivot element. That means within an array or within the list we are going to be consider one element as a separate element, that is called it as a pivot element, represent with P generally, and fix the left index. I am going to be consider the left index is a I value to the first element of the array. Generally the pivot element may be the zero index position of the array. The first element, the left index, is the first position of the array, and the right index, that means from the right side we fix one more index, that is the j, that point the last element of the array. Now we can perform the value point by the left index is less than the pivot value, then we can increase the left index, or the left index is move one step forward within the list or within the array. Once again I repeat this one. Please consider the index position, the value within the index position I is less than the pivot element value, then we move the left index one position right, or we can increase the left index by 1. In the same way, suppose the value pointed by the right index is greater than the pivot element, then we can decrease the index value of the right index, or we move the right index one step back, right? Suppose when we are going to be move the indexes, left and right indexes, that means I and j values, we are going to be consider I less than j. Suppose anywhere at position the values may be greater, at this position the condition is failed, and I less than j, the index value, left index value is less than the right index, then we can exchange the values pointed by the left index and right index. Otherwise the above condition 3, that means the values pointed by the left index and right index is not less than the pivot and is not greater than the pivot, and as well as the index value I is greater than the index value of j, then we keep the pivot element between the I and j. That means by we are fixed the pivot element in the right position. By doing this, the entire list is divided into the two subparts. All the elements below left to the pivot element are less than the value of the pivot element, and all the elements to the right of the pivot element are greater than the value of the pivot element. My dear friends, now we look into the example, right? I am going to be consider total 9 elements: 54, 26, 93, 17, 77, 31, 44, 45 and 20 are the array elements. The above 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are the indexes of an array. Now I fix the first value P, that means 54 as a pivot element, and the left index I indicates the or pointing the first value, that means 26 within the array. In the same way the last index j pointing the last element in the array. Now we can check the left index. Left index value is, please observe carefully here, 26, and right index value is 20. 26 less than pivot element 54. Then I am increment the left index value. The 20 right index value is 20, not greater than the 54. So right index value is no change. Now in the second position, the I is moved from 26 to 93, because in the second position of the array there is 93, and the right index at the same position. Now I am checking again, 93 less than 56. This is false. Again 20 greater than 54. This is also false. Hence I am going to be checking the index value. I is in the second position and j is in the 8th position, right? So I am right here, I is in the second position and j is in the 8th position, I less than j. Then we can exchange the values within the positions of I and j. Let us observe carefully, right? The 50 in third step, the 54 is in the same position pivot, 26 and 20 is in the 8th position in the above. So j value, that means j pointing value is 20. 20 come here and 93 go to the pointing by the j. That means these two values are exchanged. And again I repeat the procedure. Now I at the, now 20 less than 56 is true and 93 greater than 56. It is also true. Now the left index is incremented by 1 and right index is decremented by 1. Now then what happened? 54 is pivot, 26, 20, and I moves the one position from second position to the third position. It pointing the value 17. In the same way, in previous, j is at the last position, j is decreased by 1 and j pointing the value 45. Again, I compare the left index value and right index value. 17 less than 54, that is the true, and 45 greater than 54. Hence this is the false. So this is true. I increase the left index by 1, but the right index has the no change. Then again we come here, 54, 26, 20. In previous case, the left index value at the 17, it moves to the next position, 77, that is in the left index in the fourth position, and the j at the same position. Now I am going to again compare that 77 less than 54, this is false, and 45 right index less than greater than 54, this is also false. Now I again check the index values of I and j. The index value of I equal to 4, the index value of j equal to 7, the sense the 4 less than 7. Now again I make the exchange of the values. So hence let us consider 54, 26, 17. So in the 77th position, actually the 45 is appeared. In 45th value position, the 77 is appeared. That means 4 and 7 index values in the 4th index and 7th index are interchanged. Now I repeat the procedure. The 54, 26, 20, 45 at the, now the I at the 45 and j at the 77, 45 less than 54, hence I increment the left index, 77 greater than the 54, hence I decrement the right index. Then this is 54, 26, 20, 70, 45 and 41. That means left index pointing the value 41, which is in the 5th position, and j index pointing the value 44, which is in the 6th position. Now again I make the comparison, 41 less than 54, it is true, hence I improve the or increase the left index value, and 44 greater than 54, this is false, hence there is a no change. So I equal to I plus 1, what happened? The I moves to the next position, the both I and j, that is left and right indexes are the pointing the same location 6, and with the value is 44. Next I repeat the procedure. Actually the 44 less than 54, that is true. Again, I is incremented and 44 greater than 54, that is false. There is no change. Then observe carefully. This is the pivot 54, 26, 20, 17, 45, 41, 44. Previously I had the 44. I is incremented and pointing to the 77. No change in the j, because 44 not greater than 54. It's j. At this position, let us compare once again. 77 less than 54, false, and 44 greater than 54, false. And I compare the index values of I and j. J value is less than I. J value is less than I. That means I value is greater than j. Now I remove the pivot from here and place it in between the 44 and 77. Now the list is 26, 20, 17, 45, 44, 41, 44, 56, 77 and 93. Let us observe all the elements left side to the pivot are less than the pivot value. All the elements right side to the pivot is greater than the pivot value. That means we can understand that the pivot is fixed at the right position. And the list is also divided into the two sublists. 77 and 93 is one sublist, that is called as L2. And the remaining elements 26, 20, 17, 45, 41, 44 is divided into the other sublist L1. Now we can apply the same procedure for this sublist L1, and again these are the elements in the sublist L1. I consider 26 as the pivot, and I is in the left index pointing the first element in the sublist, that means 20, and j in the next sublist. Suppose I am going to be follow the same procedure, 20 less than 26 and 44 greater than 26, then I plus 1 and j minus 1. Now I moves to the 17 position and j moves to the 41 position. Right? That means I moves to the second index of the array and j moves to the fourth index of the array by decreasing 1. Again 26 greater than 17 less than 26 and 41 greater than 26. And then the I and j are moved to the same position, that is index value 3 and the position value, actual value is 45. Now again the 45 less than 26, false, and 45 greater than 26, this is true. Then j equal to j minus 1, j moves to the index value 2 and pointing the value 7, and I is no change. Then I is at the position 3 and pointing the 45. Now again we comparing the values, I greater than j. Now the 26 is the pivot which is placed between the 17 and 45. Then 20, 17, 26, 45, 41, 44. So the 26 is the second sublist pivot element, and we can observe that the left elements are the less than the pivot and the right elements are the greater than pivot. Now this is again divided into the sublist L1 and sublist L2. We can apply the same procedure to the sublists. Finally, the total data is in sorted order. My dear friends, I again says that the quicksort also follows the divide and conquer. So the huge problem is divided into the sub-problems and solve each and every sub-problem. My dear friends, let us observe the algorithm for the quicksort. I am going to be consider the left index value I, which is the 1, or which is 1, right one, and the right index value j, which is the last index n. If I less than j, I assign the pivot element a of 0, the first element, as a pivot. And while we can continuously compare the elements from left and from right with the pivot. So for that reason, here I write the while loop. While I less than j, suppose a of I, that means the first element within the list is less than pivot, I equal to I plus 1. Suppose the last element a of j is greater than pivot, j equal to j minus 1. Suppose if I less than j, what happened? We are going to do the index value of left index and index value of the right index is less than, we are going to be exchange the element. So I am going to consider t as the temporary variable, t equal to a of I equal to a of j equal to t. This is the end of the while loop. While until I less than j, we are continuously compare the array elements with the pivot. Suppose any condition is fail like that, then we are I less than j, then we are going to be exchange the elements. What happen? Suppose if j less than I, that means so in this case let us observe j in the position of 6 and I in the position of the 7. Here j less than I. What we are going to be do? When j less than I, we place the pivot element in between these two elements. Hence, to place the pivot element, that means j less than I or j greater than I consider temp equal to pivot and pivot equal to a of j and a of j equal to temp. So this is the end of the algorithm. My dear friends, once again I show the algorithm from the top to bottom. First I consider the left index as 1 and right index as the last element, and a of 0 is considered as the pivot element, and pivot element is continuously compared with the left index values and the right index values. When left index values is less than the pivot is increased. Suppose the right index values is greater than pivot, the right index is decreased. So when this condition is fail and left index is less than the right index, the elements are exchanged. Suppose the right index is greater than the left index, the pivot is placed in between the left and right indexes.